Hello YouTube, it's Charles Redneck Nerd coming at you with another video, but today's going to be different. And today we're going to go ahead and get a warning out of the way. This video is for information and entertainment and education purposes only. That said, we're going to get into it. Today we're going to talk about how to train with a gun if you don't have access to a range. If you're unable to go out and actually shoot guns somewhere due to disability or due to unavailability. Now I'm lucky I have ranges here. There's one about 6 miles away, and there's one that's high state of the art with that whole computer setup where it puts you in a room and there's a giant TV and you're in the scenario and it's a shoot or don't shoot scenario. If you've ever watched a cop training documentary, they use these. It's really cool. I haven't gone there yet. I've watched their videos, though, of their trainings on YouTube and on Facebook and in their commercials, and it looks like something fun, and it looked like it'd be cool to do. But basically, I came up with training with Airsoft. Now, this one is an SP 2022 Sig Sauer clone. All plastic. It uses a CO2 cartridge, which is the silver thing in the center that goes in the bottom. The little BBs are loaded right here, and you have a little spring that loads up into them. It loads like a regular gun. It has the same sort of features on it as far as safety and everything else goes. Has a button for the magazine drop, just like the real Sig Sauer SP 2022 has, which is what I carried for years as my primary carry gun. So that made perfect sense for me to get a clone of it. They have clones of just about every common handgun now that you can get to train with. My current carry gun is much smaller, as you can see. This one dwarfs my current carry gun. This again is a Sig Sauer. This is a P365 XL. Love this gun. Love Sig Sauers. They're accurate, they're reliable, they work every time. And I have 2 cats that are helping destroy what I'm going to show you in a second, so we'll go ahead and get that out of the way. Now, you can set up targets in your house. One of these, which the cats are very interested in, is nothing more than a cardboard box filled with Walmart sacks to kind of act as cushioning and catch the little 6mm pellets that these air guns shoot. You can set it up in your garage, you can set it up across your dining room, you can set it up anywhere. Now, my 2 assistant cats right here, Binks and his brother Denny, have apparently knocked the ammo I use, the little bottle of ammo I use, off the bed and rolled it under the bed, so it's not available. But they're available in bottles of 250, 500, even up to 1,000 at Walmart. I get the biodegradable ones because I have helpers that run around the house, and in case they get into them, they aren't going to hurt them. They're non-toxic, biodegradable. They'll be just fine if they get hold of one. But about 15 years ago, my brother came up with the idea we can put them around the house and do shoot, no shoot scenarios with our targets, as if someone broke into our house in the middle of the night and we had to go check on a child, a grandchild, a niece and nephew, whoever, that was staying with us down the hall. Makes sense. The second target that we had, this one doesn't have a target in it right now, I'm out of them, is a commercial little pellet trap. airsoft pellet trap. This opening, you just have a target you can put in it. The mesh catches anything you want. We could put up this target in front of the big target where that was a hostage, or other things, and do all sorts of training scenarios like I did in the military as a military policeman. And he found that fascinating and cool. Then he went into the Air Force and realized the training and everything is cool, probably less effective than you're being told. But with these airsoft guns, I have a holster. Actually, let me get this one. This is the holster by Safariland that I carried this Sig Sauer in. It's a paddle holster, so it distributes the weight across your entire hip or butt cheek. When you've got bad back, that helps a lot to hold up that weight. Now, since it's a clone, since my airsoft gun is a clone, it fits and rides in this holster the same way. Granted, it doesn't have the weight or the heft that that metal gun has, but it's still the same thing. So you can practice drawing. You can practice your drawing from cover. You're never in danger. There is a new way I've seen where, well, let's talk about this first. These are called snack caps. These are dummy rounds that are bright red. These are from my rifle, but you can also get them for pistols. You can load them in your pistol where it's safe to dry fire the pistol. In other words, pull the trigger like you can with this one. There's not a magazine in. This is the airsoft gun. And practice your trigger pull. So you can practice aligning the sights and practice pulling the trigger. But you don't have any feedback as you do with an airsoft gun on where the actual round BB is going. But thank God for technology. They now have these that basically have a laser in them. That when you pull the trigger, the hammer still falls, hits the firing pin, will hit the what looks like the primer on them, and it will activate a small laser, and it will beep, put a little laser dot up. They even have reactive targets that can tell you where every shot has gone, and you can do that repeatedly, the same way you can with an airsoft gun. Great training aid. I haven't used them. I can't tell you how reliable they are. I can't even tell you how much they cost. I haven't really looked into them because I figure they're going to be more than I can afford right now. But an airsoft gun, you can even get a cheaper airsoft gun. This one, you have to cock before every shot. Then you pull the trigger, which I'm not going to do because they do make quite a bit of sound, even if they aren't loaded with anything. And even though they're nothing but an air gun. But these are cheaper. These are like $20, $25 at Walmart. You can pick them up again. This is another copy of the Sig Sauer, and I got it first. This is a more expensive. It's got like a zinc slide, so it actually does have some heft to it. And I use those for training. I think it's a good idea for anybody who wants a gun or owns a gun to train regularly with it to make sure they maintain their proficiency. And this is a good way for you to train without spending a ton of money in your house or in your garage at targets, and actually get a reaction from the target that you can go down range and see where your rounds, BBs, are landing. So, Little Squatch agrees. Now, Little Squatch still has his club because I said, hey, let's let Little Squatch keep his club. So now he's going to give some shout outs. And as always, Little Squatch's first recommendation, well, sometimes this is first, sometimes he's second. But today we're going to go first. Scab at Choir Boys Cutlery. It's Work Tough Gear Wednesday. Check out his channel. He'll have a hard use video up of a Work Tough Gear knife. And he's got lots of new shorts today. Second, Joe from, I can't remember Joe's thing, but check out the Joe Steele link down below. I think it's JS Bladecraft. I think that's what he's going by now. Gruggs, Legion Tactical Cutlery, has not changed his name on me yet, thank God, because I know I'll screw that up if he does. And finally, we're going to go with Peterbilt Knife Guy today. Good buddy of mine. He's got some good content. I really think you'll enjoy him. Well, this is Charles the Redneck Nerd saying thank you for joining us. Tune in next time when we'll probably be back to a regular knife video. And y'all take care.